Chris, let's get into some final keys to Carolina avoiding that, and what has to happen above all else.
Above all else, well done. I would say, you're going to make me say it, aren't you? I mean,
you're not allowed to say turnovers.
Well, but you said it for me. I mean, I think, Wes, that is Missouri's path, though, right? To come in to win the turnover margin against the Gamecocks. If Carolina beats itself, if you look at the box score and they've got 11 penalties for 100 yards or 95 yards and it's a bunch of drive killing penalties, I think that really is the path, right? That's what could really hurt you if you're South Carolina. If you can just play your game, if you can just run the ball, I think you like the chances overall. If you're Carolina, run the ball. Let me go back to my defensive keys. You got to tackle well in space. You got to prevent explosive plays. You like your chances of making Missouri go up and down the field constantly to score enough points to win this game.
Agree. Let's try to get specific and particular about things this week.
Okay, I'm down.
Smash the outside zone. Like when they try. I mean, we've seen them run that outside zone. Go back. I mean, App State against Carolina when they came to Williams-Brice Stadium, won that game. The outside zone is their bread and butter. When it hits, when they're getting positive yardage on it, everything else kind of comes into focus for them and works for them. For me, if you can blow that thing up and get some negative plays on it, I'm not saying they lose confidence in it, but the rest of things just kind of fall into place. And I think that takes away a little bit of their threat with Luther Burden, Theo Weiss. If they start having to throw the ball down the field on you, that's way different than them feeling like, oh, we're running the ball, now we're going play action. We're getting everything involved. Their tight end.
Norfleet.
Yes.
Good player.
Norfleet, that was the guy watching them on, their recent games. I was like, dude, he's a little bit more of a mismatch than people talk about.
Yeah.
And he's 6'7".
Yeah.
So keep an eye on him. If I'm them, I may be getting that guy more involved because their kind of third receiver has been banged up, Mookie Cooper. Yeah. So, and Mookie Cooper got mentioned by name by Clayton White this week as a guy to watch. So, I don't know. You kind of do feel like Drinkwitz's going to have some type of, what would you say, like a tendency beater.
Yeah.
He's going to have something for you.
He will. Yeah, that's why you gotta just win up front so overwhelmingly that you and that's why I mentioned, your point about making Missouri throw the football. What you want to avoid if you're South Carolina, if this is a close game, is, okay, you've got Missouri in 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, and they just barely get a pass off as Dylan Stewart, Kyle Kennard are rounding the corner to, hit the quarterback, and you kind of throw almost a jump ball and Burden or Weiss make a play, and now it's first down or they score a touchdown. That's what you've got to avoid. That's why I mentioned explosive plays being such a key against this team, because they do have guys that are explosive. They can beat you when their back's against the wall because of their talent level.
Yeah, and don't maybe get so, like, this defense is so good and athletic and just gets after it to the point that, like, don't get so completely caught in the moment that you let yourself kind of run yourself out of a play, and the next thing you know, Burden is flying down the field for a 65-yard, screenplay that's gone for everything, basically. So, all right, y'all, we're getting our final scores here. One thing I do know is that I'm picking South Carolina to win the game on Saturday. I think you are too. The question is, what is your score?
Gone back and forth on the score a lot, and as we've been talking, I've formulated one. And here's why. I'm not saying South Carolina can't win a close game. Not saying that, right? But remember what we said earlier. Missouri's been better in close games. South Carolina this season, not so good. 2 SEC games, LSU, Bama, they've lost both those close games. I think the formula for South Carolina is to jump out ahead early, hang on, sustain it, continue playing well. So for that reason, I'm going South Carolina. A little bigger than I originally had, 31-14, 17-point margin of victory at home for the Gamecocks.
Does whether or not Missouri has Brady Cook change your thinking at all?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think even a less than, Brady Cook wouldn't be 100%. Obviously, if he played in this game, he's literally listed as doubtful. We know he has not one but two injuries. I think they would play better with him, though, quite frankly. I mean, kid went to the hospital and came back. He's tough. He's talented. If he was playing, it would not change my pick. It would probably change the closeness of my pick by a little bit at least.
You said 31-14?
Yeah, I think I meant to say 31-17, but I'm going to stick with 14 since I said it.
It was just meant to be.
We'll just go there. Yeah.
I feel like that 31 number it's a good number for Carolina. Like they've kind of, and I think I said they would score 31 last week.
Yeah.
You're a missed field goal away.
Yeah.
Or if you just score at the end as opposed to completely just running the clock, so that this feels like an offense against just what I think is kind of an average SEC team in Missouri. Like they're a team that can beat you if you play like hot garbage, as Beamer has said.
Yes.
But that if you play to your standard, like we've seen the last month, Carolina should win. Mm-hmm. And so we'll see which of those sides we get. Give me 31 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Missouri's going to kick a couple field goals. So give me 31-13 as well. But I think if they played 10 times, like that's a pretty good indicate. Like it's a pretty good range that would land somewhere around that score most of the times that they played. But the big key again, Carolina just coming out, like you said, don't turn the ball over and just play your game. Like this is not a game where you have to get a Herculean effort from everybody. Like you don't have to go play above your heads, and you're not going to need 100 things to go your way. Play your game, and it should, we think, fall into their favor at Williams-Brice here on Saturday afternoon turned evening, which, by the way, if you don't have your game day gear yet, come on by BP Skinner. It's going to be chilly by the end of this game. So be prepared for that. Luckily, hey, it's raining now. I think we're good on the rain on Saturday from what I've read, but I do think you're going to have to deal with some chill in the air when the sun goes down, and this will be a night game by about halftime. So be ready for that. Brent, anything else I need to know?
Come get a pullover or a sweater.
Yeah, pullover, sweater. It's going to be chilly. Like it's going to be one of those games where it feels great at kickoff, and by the time the sun goes down and you're sitting outside for the whole game, probably going to be kind of chilly. And y'all are open, of course, Friday.
Friday, 10 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 2. And we've got back in stock. Everybody's been asking about our black with the script hat.
Black script hat,
yeah.
Back in stock. If you've been looking for that, come on by, see Brent, come say hello. BP Skinner here, 1003A Gervais Street in the Vista. That's going to do it for us. He is Chris. I am Wes. Thank y'all for joining us. Y'all enjoy the game on Saturday. We will be back Monday, 9 a.m.